So if you have a 2007 Honda and it doesn't start, first thing you want to check is for, if you see that green light, it should go off when you turn the key on. And if you start it and it won't start, either weak battery, but obviously you'll just check that with a jump start. The other thing is you can go underneath here and remove the this. You're just gonna pull it off, and you're gonna put your hand on this blue relay, and if you put your hand on there and you feel it click, most likely it's a good relay. If not, it only costs like $26. The other thing is, you're gonna, once you feel that relay and it does click, then you can open the hood and we'll check some things in the hood to make sure it's not something in the hood that's preventing the car to start. So in the hood, if you have power going to that ignition right here, this plastic black one, you can pull it off. It's not hard to pull off. You see it right there. You just put the squeeze those, and then you can put a test light, and you should see the test light light up on the connector side. When you're cranking it over, that means it's sending current to the injectors, which means your ignition system is, your anti-theft system is letting the ignition do everything that it needs to do to fire the car. Make sure if your check engine light is on, address any issues that could potentially prevent the car from starting. So that's the easy stuff that you can do. You can also do 12 volts on that connector to see if you get it. Then if it still doesn't start, what you can do real quick is take out this glove box, or this air box. You're going to take it out where your air filter's at. You're going to put starter fluid here. Not a lot, maybe like 4 or 5 sprays. And then go inside the car and start it. And if it starts, most likely is your fuel pump in the car. And we'll go to that next. So in the car, your fuel pump is right here. It doesn't take a lot of and it's real easy. At the bottom you will have pins, push pins. You would just push them with a small flathead screwdriver. You push the push pin in, it'll release it. And on the back, all you have to do is 2 screws will go here, and all you need is a Phillips to get these 2 screws out, and then this center console will come up, and then you can just make it stay up with the pull like I'm doing. Okay, so if you made sure everything else is working properly, how to test your fuel pump is you'll disconnect it. This pin right here, the top left pin, will be your positive, and then this bottom left will be your ground for the fuel pump. Again, if you have a test light, you can connect your test light to a good ground, start the car with the ignition, and if your test light lights up, then you're getting power to the fuel pump. The other thing that you can do, obviously that connector for the positive is this one. You can put 12 volts, run some cables from your battery to here, put 12 volts here, make sure you don't touch them together, and the other one here. Some alligator clips will work. And if you don't feel the pump running, you should hear it and you should feel it. If you don't hear it or feel it running, then you most likely have a bad fuel pump. If you're not too sure of if it's running or if you can't hear it, you can leave those alligator clips there. Unplug one of these lines. I don't know which one's the one to the engine. There's also another line in the engine that you can unplug. Unplug it. If fuel squirts out, then it's working. If you want to do it the safe way, unplug this line, put another line, a clear line, to a water bottle or something where the fuel can go into securely, and you can do it's gonna be one of these two that will pump out the fuel to the engine. So if you have nothing and you're applying 12 volts here, then you have a bad fuel pump. Leave any questions you have at the bottom.